What I have here, it's a special mix. Because I'm gonna use white cement, I'm using 1 part white Portland cement, 1 part vermiculite, and it's lightweight, and 1 part sand. That's like a crystal sand. Actually, that's 2 part. So 1 part, 1 part, 2 part. So now we're gonna go ahead, add water to it, and start mixing it. Kind of mix them up a little bit and add more water as we need. Now you could use any standard pre-mixed concrete for your balusters, but because I'm going for a white baluster system, I have to mix my own. So the Portland cement, the white Portland cement with the sand and the vermiculite, it's an additive to make it lighter weight. You know, you don't need the vermiculite, but that's what will make it a little bit lighter. Now we're ready to fill up our mold. So we go ahead, start putting the concrete inside of it. Drop it down and fill up all the way to the first square section on the bottom. And wait a little bit. Put a little bit extra. Now what we do, we bounce it a little bit and let the concrete settle. Well, there's a problem, you know, sometimes this area here, it will entrap the air. So ideally it's to shake it a couple of times like this and turn it around. Try to get all these areas nicely coated. A couple of times it's enough. Bounce it. And now we're ready to add more concrete. So every time you add a couple of scoops, you bounce it a little bit more. Couple of more scoops. And as you see, some of the water will start coming out of the concrete. It's not bad. By shaking the rebars a little bit, also it will help to push the concrete inside of it into every corner. Okay, and pretty much it for the top. It doesn't hurt to just tap on it a little bit. And you will hear, if there is any void, you could hear it. You know, it should be nice and solid all the way around it. It will help if you have a piece of wood. This way you don't have to dirty the mold. Here, my concrete, actually, it's a little bit runny. I like it a little bit on the dry side. So, and center the rebar. This way, it's nice and centered. That should be it. Put it aside and it's ready to dry. try to keep it nice and level this way, you know, all the sides are at the same level. Now we're gonna show how we unmold the casting from the mold. What I have removed most of the screws, 4 of them left, so pretty much with the wing nut it's nice and easy. Okay, and I have a chisel here. You could use a screwdriver or a chisel, and put the mold like this, and pretty much try to part a little bed on each side. So the toughest part actually is in the back, because it's not gonna flex easy. So that's where the chisel come handy to try to prop it up. So okay, see, just nice and easy. Okay, not bad. Little bit of holes, you know, they could be patched. All what you need is to mix a little bit of white cement and sand and just patch them. This is the area that get tricky, and that's why we turned the mold to get away from all these air bubbles. So now tilt it the other way, and the same. And as you see with the injection molded die, look how clean is the seam here, nice and clean. And after you unmold it, you know, try to keep the mold clean. So take a nice wet rag and wipe it clean. Little bit of water with the detergent will help. As you see, because there is the oil on it, so it's still nice and oily, so it's easier to clean it up. Every time you clean your mold, it will make it last longer, so try to keep it nice and clean. Especially these areas here. You know, mold like this should last you for at least 100 castings. So 100, 200, you know, it's up to you how well you maintain it, you know, it will last. It's very, very durable plastic. Now, this is the toughest area for the mold to flex because it's tied up here. So some of my customers who are in production, they cast 40 of these a day. They recommended to go ahead and cut the mold in this area. This way it will flex open on you. So I'm gonna show you what to do if you are not patient about taking the time and cutting them. So what you need to do, you need to take a hacksaw and pretty much start here by cutting into it. And you don't have to go all the way back, and we'll see how it will flex after. Okay. Now, this is enough. No concrete's gonna be coming through here, a little bit of water, but it's enough to give you this little bit of flex to unmold it. But you don't have, you know, it's not gonna crack, you know, you have to give you this much flex. That's all what you need. And if you're afraid it will keep going, you could take a drill bit and drill it here. This way your saw cut will not continue expanding on you. But that's all what you need, this little bit of flex.